everybody, you're watching Cole the Cornstar. Green tractor, blue sky, warm temperature, high quality video. I'd say that calls for a thumbs up on the video if you ask me.
He's getting a little low on fuel, so I'm gonna pull it over here to the fuel barrel to put some fuel in it. What is this?
Good morning. It's a great day. Me and Cooper are getting ready to plant. We got some exciting news to show you. Not the case, we got something different to show you. Look back here, guys. Look at there. What do we got, Cooper?
The fuel trailer. Thunder Creek equipment. I'll take it. Let's fill the tractor up.
This certain tank here holds 990 gallons. They have bigger ones, they have smaller ones. And it's got a 50-gallon depth container up front with its own battery pack. There's their www. Check them out. There goes Cooper. He's heading off to go plant some corn.
Hey, Dad.
Hey there, Cole. One hose that you accidentally rubbed a hole in, or it just got old age. See if I can get that fixed. Let's see. What else do we need?
So Dad's gonna run off and go grab some parts quick. Bye, Dad. In the meantime, I'm waiting for one more pallet of seed to arrive, and then I need to fill the unreferred seed tender with gas. I need to put seed on it, but before I can load that with seed, I need to get another empty Pro Box in here, put these individual bags in the Pro Box because I'm not about carrying those up to center fill. We got Neva as a helper today too. She's gonna get another Pro Box for me and we're gonna start dumping bags into the Pro Boxes. We're definitely gonna be getting a workout in because I think there's 32 bags there, 32 there, and I honestly don't even know what's on that pallet. They weigh about 50 pounds a bag and they don't load themselves, so we're gonna get to it. One Pro Box down, one more to go. Okay, those are good to go. Now I need to fix a broken bolt on the real disc that Daddy Cornstar broke. Come on, Dad. Then we also have a new hydraulic hose we need to put on. Then the day will begin.
Well, how hard is it for that bank to just haul over there? Okay, let me call Les.
We got it. Good job, Neva. Now we can finally load the seed tender. This time we're not gonna forget to get gasoline before we leave to our furthest field. We may or may have ran out of gas in the past. Not this time though. We're filling her up with diesel. Just kidding, this is gasoline. Should probably watch so I don't overfill this. She was thirsty. I think we're ready to go to the field. I checked the oil in the dually and it was looking just a tad low, so we're gonna put a little bit in it. The guys who are applying 32% fertilizer for us just called and they said, we have one field that's looking a little green. So I'm stopping here at a local co-op, gonna pick up some stuff to take care of that. Okay, we're all good to go now. Cooper just called and he's barking at me for more seed. And the guys putting on fertilizer are also waiting on me. On the road again. I guess Cooper had a little bit of seed left in him. He's coming up here and we'll get him filled. Pretty sure we can auto program this seed tender to put out a specific amount of seed, then it automatically shuts off. But honestly, we haven't taken the time to learn how to do that yet. Right now what we're doing is just finding the weights of the contents inside of a Pro Box, then dividing that by 2, and then putting equal amounts in each bulk tank on the planter. Good to go. Now we're dropping the seed tender off in the next field, so that way when Cooper gets here, he'll already have seed ready to go for him. Now we gotta go back and get Neva running in the real disc. Okay guys, so you may or may not know a farm simulator YouTuber called The Squad. Well, here he is in real life. He's coming out to visit.
Well, what, can I tell them you got your skid steer? Did you show your skid steer yet? Anyways, I didn't know Cole got any skid steer, so I almost took that thing for a spin, but this is crazy. Actually seeing it in person is so much different than the actual like thing on video. This is crazy. This is absolutely, I'm amazed.
Grant's gonna follow us around for the day. He was just passing through the area. He asked if he could stop out, so we said, sure, why not? So he's just gonna be here kind of for a little day in the life. If you guys wanna check out his channel, I'll put the link in the description. He makes farming simulator videos, so video game version, but...
I'm the virtual Cole.
Yeah, virtual me. He's just better at what he does. He's getting a lot of distance right now because Neva's backing the tractor out.
He said she's only driven it one time and she's gonna back it out.
Well, she pulled it in there last night. She can pull it out. Grant wasn't kidding. This is Neva's first time driving this. First time backing it out anyway. Fixing the driveway.
Cole's girlfriend is running the equipment. This is crazy. This is her first time too, he said. I barely trust myself with a garden tractor. What's crazy is on my like little 80s farming series, I run this tractor. So it's like, it's amazing seeing this in real life. I'm amazed.
You ready to reel disc for the first time, babe?
Yeah, I'm so glad you're riding with me.
Time to cross the creek crossing. I think this is the only one we have. It's a pretty good creek crossing. We'll see if we bottom out with the planter.
I was just gonna have Neva hop in here and do it by herself. I guess she didn't quite feel comfortable doing it by herself. So we gave her a quick crash course. She's doing great. Never mind. Neva got a bloody nose. We're stopping here at the farm we call Orland's. I pulled a whole bunch of trees along this road and the ground's a little roughed up from it. So we're gonna smooth that out with the reel disc. I'm pulling the stops on the cylinders real quick. Now we put these stops in so that way when we're driving down the road, if a hydraulic line were to burst or something, the entire disc wouldn't just drop, it would fall on these stops and then we'd be able to get it home safely. Because the only thing holding this up when it's going is hydraulics. So if they were to release for whatever reason, it would just fall. You should always put your stops in.
I feel kind of bad because I'm inside the tractor doing the fun job and Cole's outside doing the dirty job. I mean, I did offer to help, but he told me to stay in the tractor, so got it plugged up. Looks like we have another plug up. That's not good. We want to make sure we get those right away or else it's going to be like concrete.
We got this fence line all smoothed out. This took way longer than it should have. I probably didn't even cover 2 acres here and it took a solid hour. I had like 4 plug ups. I cut a fence, got that all wrapped up. I still have some wire wrapped in the reel disc that we're gonna have to get out here a little bit later. We're getting hungry. It's like 3:30 in the afternoon, so we're gonna go eat. Hey, are you our Uber? So how long you been Ubering for?
That's one thing for sure nice about auto steers. You don't need a marker, and on a contour, just hugs it. It's quite nice. Got 117 acres done here. I think it's like 145 acres if I remember right. And then we have 260 at a different farm and 72 after that. So we're getting real close to be done with corn. As you can see, I don't have the trash whippers very deep in the ground. They're just moving enough trash so it has a clean furrow for the seed. This farm here, we have to contour it because of the hill. So we used to plant it straight, but the landlord wanted it angled. When I mean contour farm, you plant in a curve and you don't plant downhill, because if you plant straight down the hill, the water will run down the rows and therefore you'll have washouts, and you don't want that. So when you plant around the hill, it slows the water down and it won't make a trench or a washout. So that's why we go at an angle. On our flat grounds, we can go straight, so we don't have to worry about that. But on hills, you have to draw up a plan at the USDA office of how you're gonna kind of plant your field for erosion purposes. So we just turn around, our line will pop up, we'll press auto steer, tractor will connect to the line, we'll drop our planter, here we are. Planting, it's that easy. Well, it's easy when it works. Back in the day, the markers is how we used to do it. So if I unfold him, see if I can get him to unfold here, haven't used him this year. We'll unfold the marker, and then it leaves a mark in the ground. Probably can't see it from here. There it is. And then on the way back, you line that mark up with the arrow on the middle of your hood, and then you follow that. On our old planter, my grandpa had a chain that hung down kind of on the inside by the last row. So on curves, he would follow that chain, would go on the mark, if I remember right, because on a hill you drift a little bit. So that's how he used to do it. So on the way back when I turn around, I'll show you that mark lines up right with the hood. That mark is halfway on the planter, so it's right in the middle. About forgetting to shut my remote off or my hydraulic switch for going up and down. I always leave it on. So what I did was I went in here and I pressed this button and I can set a timer and it'll run for 10 seconds and then it'll shut off. So then I don't run the hydraulics. So you can see here, I'm on my auto steer line, and then there's the line that the marker leaves. And if you look, it matches right up with that arrow. So that's how you used to do it. And I forgot to drop my planter. And that's how they used to do it, or we used to do it. Everyone used to do it before we had auto steer. Now you can just sit back, watch the planter, get on social media, and chillax. Whoa, AgLeader deal is you can see your skips and doubles. So you know if your air pressure is too high or too low. If your air pressure is too high, you'll have a lot of doubles, and if it's too low, you'll have a bunch of skips. So you want them to be right about the same. You'd rather, if you can't get them perfect, you'd rather have more doubles than skips. But then here, you can click on it, and it'll show which row is skipping more or putting doubles more. Also super cool when you can go to your what's like seed you're planting, and when you pull it up, you can see on the other side, I ran out of seeds, so then I had to switch to the red seed. And then when you go to combine, you can tell what variety you had, and then you'll know your how it yielded. Then you can also go to your downforce, pull this up, and you can see all your hard spots in the field. This one's pretty even, but the other field you could tell definitely where the hard spots were. Automatic trash whippers, it's nice because when you're in the cab, you have the monitor here, and you're like, oh, I'm digging too deep, so then you can adjust your up pressure. Or like, oh, I want to go deeper, then you just adjust your down pressure. And then like if you want to pick it up or something, you just press up and it goes up. So like in this bean stubble, I'm just running it up because they're right where they need to be. As you can tell, I'm not digging very deep, just moving the trash so then I have a clean area for the seed bed.
Okay, Grant, so since coming here, what's been different about Cornstar Farms than what you originally thought?
I didn't know you guys, I guess, fully. One thing, ever since Cole left me here for an hour, once I got here, I was really wanting to do was run his new skid steer, his demo skid steer, as I'm just obsessed with them. What do you say, Cole? I don't want to steal your hours, though.
Oh, he's excited. Yeah, there's a radio in there. It's quiet. The skid loader does 12.5 miles an hour, so Grant just had to try it out. I think he's scared because he's already turning around. We're not getting a whole lot done today right now, but you know what? That's okay. We're making a good friend here, and we're having a lot of fun. Dad's still running in the planter. Cooper's still running the planter. We still got time to reel this tonight. We're gonna be good.
That thing is nice.
Fast, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Well, I took off and that front end just popped up on there. But that thing is nice. The radio, everything.
Guys, I just want to point another thing out with the Calmer choppers and the stock stompers. This was hit with the VT, real disc, one pass. That's how small the residue is. One pass with 0-degree blades. Digging this deep. Looks good. We're gonna let Neva drive that over to the next farm. I gotta run back and get gas in the 9370 minivan. And then I have to go cover cremation. Then we're gonna catch back up with Neva. We're gonna help her get started. Neva got started all by herself. I'm gonna hop in with her real quick and help her outline this field, and then we'll let her go back and forth on the meat and potatoes of it. I'd say she's doing a pretty good job.
I was going to show you on our older tractor here, the John Deere 4840, the 1981 year, but with the AgLeader guiding system on here, I'm just really impressed with the guiding system on this drill. I've been in one of them fields today. A lot of point rows. Point rows are like when it V's down, so each round it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. That's one nice thing with the shutoff on the planter. When you cross over what's been planted, that row shuts off. So that is a really nice doing. Otherwise I'd have a lot of beans stuck in other rows that are planted. This is one of them fields that just takes a little bit longer with all the turning around. Well, this is what makes the steering wheel kick in, that little button right there. I better drop the planter. That little buzzer on that little girl can drive you crazy. It'll shut off here in a second once all the rows cross out. Here we go. Yeehaw! tells how fast I'm going, and it tells the acres I've planted so far, and it maps out what's been planted. I was thinking about that the other day, you know, like the owner of AgLeader, his name's Al, to sit there and think, hey, I'm gonna go in my shop, try to build something, and then it works, and go out there and get a factory and start making this for all the farmers. That's a pretty brilliant guy in my mind, because how do you think how many people are going to buy my product, how many people are going to see it, and you're taking such a big risk in something like Al. He grew a business to huge, great quality, got great workers. I know we've been up there touring and went out with supper with some of them, and it amazed me when you ask, how long you been working for Al? Some of them, I think the youngest one I remember was 7 years, and then there was some of them over 27 years. You know you got a good place when the workers stay and they talk the place up really good. So that makes you feel good when you're buying a product from a place that people take pride in their work. Cooper is out in the 340 case Magnum. I'm in this little bitty cab where I can hardly put my arms out. He's got room to dance. He's got room to play basketball. He's got a buddy seat for Natalie to ride in. He's got room for his water jug. But you know what? I'm just glad I got a cab over my head. I got air conditioning, I got heater, I'm warm, I'm comfortable, I can turn on the air if I get hot. You know, I sit here and think about some of them great farmers from years ago. How did they do it? An open tractor, no cab, engines loud, smoke's blowing in their face, they got oil leaks, stuff flashing in their face. And you know, we think we got it rough, but boy, them guys back in the days, I just think it's fantastic thinking about them guys. Some of them would look back now and say, yeah, you guys got it made. And some of us younger ones, that's right, I'm calling myself young. We complain sometimes about, oh, this ain't nice enough or that ain't nice enough. We should step back in the days when they ran steel wheels through the field. You know, if you got ran over one of them, you went home and you had cleats all over your chest. Your wife would say, what happened? I fell off the tractor.
So Neva and I accidentally got wrapped up in a fence. That took us a little while to take care of, and while we were doing that, we lost all our daylight, so I'm not gonna be able to get to spray today. But that doesn't mean I can't get this ready for in the morning. I noticed I have a tire that looks a little squishy. I might as well grease it while it's in here and check all the fluids. And I was also in the middle of filling the tank the other day when I noticed that the hub had a big old hole in it. So I'll get that filled back up, and then everything should be ready to go in the morning. I have roughly 350 acres of bean burn down left to spray. I can easily do that in a day, so we should get done with the sprayer tomorrow. We are supposed to be getting new tires for this, so I shouldn't have to do this anymore after this time. It was pretty low. It had about half of what it should have had. And for whatever reason, this isn't clipping on like it's supposed to. So I guess I'm gonna hold it. I've got about 330 gallons that still needs to go into the sprayer. I have these tanks filling tonight. So that way in the morning, I should have 5,000 gallons of water in the trailer. Since I have about 350 acres, I can spray 66 acres on a batch. As long as I leave my hose filling these with water while I'm spraying, I shouldn't have any issues getting the rest of our spraying done. So this is actually a pretty cool function of the MixMate. So the other day when I noticed I had a breakdown, I paused the load instead of filling it to full. So now we can go back to the recovery, and then it'll start right where we left off. So it's just resuming right where we left it. All we had left was a little bit of water. Another neat thing is I'm also filling it at night right now when I can't see. Since I have it programmed on how much is gonna go into the tank, it'll shut off once it hits the designated amount. In this case, 1,000 gallons. Now, how this is staying up right now is beyond me. Neva called and said that she had a breakdown. I went out to her and the bolt that holds this gang on broke, so this just swung back. So we need to get a new bolt in here. We replaced the one in here this morning, so I don't know what's going on. This stuff happens and it's just part of it. Not an issue, we just gotta get a bolt, get the skid loader, slide this back in place, tighten everything back down. Neva had maybe 4 acres left in the field that she was in. She was about done. And it's kind of funny because the field that she did that in, right across the road, is where I blew the hydraulic line and I broke the other bolt. That's how it goes. But honestly, I'm not sure why it stuck like this. When I was unfolding the disc, it just stopped, shut the tractor off, let the slack out of the hydraulics. It's still stuck there. Hopefully when I come back in the morning, it's settled. That's the plan and we're sticking to it.